What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Esports Report. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Midnight, and today we have a very special show for the fans. We're talking about everything that went down at Gamescom. Midnight, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you.
All right, good. My audio is just like,
me?
I'm not going to work anymore. Anyway, I can hear myself now, and it's fantastic. So the first game that everyone got excited about at Gamescom, if you read all the Twitter feeds, this one I think got the most attention. Advanced Warfare with the multiplayer reveal was the big hit of the weekend. Still matches are being played this week right now while everyone else is in Germany. But you got a chance to see this game a little bit early. I got just a glimpse of it. But let's talk through some of the big keys of Advanced Warfare that they showed off, starting with the exoskeletons. And we'll go ahead and play the Modern Warfare trailer, the Advanced Warfare trailer in the background. So, Exos, how game-changing is this?
Oh, it's absolutely game-changing. Like you said, I got a chance to sit down and play the game early. It was insane how different the movement felt. It still feels like Call of Duty. It doesn't feel like these other games that people are trying to say that it is like. It still feels like Call of Duty, but it's different. And these new movements that they've added are absolutely insane. It really adds to what you can do in a gunfight and what you can do to try and, like, I guess, make better combos than the other people that you're going against, and really kind of put yourself ahead of those people.
Now we see not only do the Exos let you move, jump, all these epic things to get around the map, but they also have the abilities. We saw Camo used there. Overclock is going to make you faster. Stim gives you temporary more health regeneration beyond normal levels. And then we got Hover, something where you can basically just hang out in place after your double jump. Have you used any of these abilities? What was your favorite to go to?
My favorite was Overclock, just because I really like that idea of being that really fast player, the one that can get around really quickly and boost to the other side of the map pretty quick. And that helped a lot in objective game modes. I think that's really going to change up the pace. You know, when you die in hardpoint, you're like, oh man, I'm so far away, but you just use that Exo ability right off the get. You get there really quickly, kind of before your opponents, which is really interesting.
Now, a lot of people were worried, is the Exo going to ruin the way I've played Call of Duty? And I saw a few of the pros like FearCrads tweet out, you know, you can turn off the Exo abilities. In your opinion, will we ever need to turn off the Exos?
I don't think so. I think it adds too much to the gameplay. It adds too much uniqueness. But I do feel like a few of them might need to be banned, I'd say, for competitive play. Definitely a couple of them could be overpowered in that system, but obviously like the trophy system or things like the stim, I think the trophy system we could keep, but stim, obviously a health regeneration, I don't see that being very viable for competitive. But there's also things like overclock and hover even would be interesting to see.
I'm excited to see how the pros decide to play this, and of course we'll be watching you stream this game nonstop when it's launched. It's coming out a day early. If you pre-order, you're able to play day 0. I believe that's November 3rd.
Yep.
Pretty awesome stuff. Double XP the entire day, as well as a chance to get some brand new weapons.
Oh yeah, I'm playing until my eyes bleed.
And speaking of weapons, this is a big thing now. In Call of Duty, for the first time ever, we're going to have loot in the form of supply drops.
Yeah, I really like that idea. So basically, in the game, you can get supply drops by either time played, so no matter what, you're going to get it, or by doing challenges. And so having, you know, these different types of weapons and even like rare things that other people can get, maybe by doing better challenges in them, that is going to be a really awesome idea that I'm really excited to see come to Call of Duty.
You know, pimp out your customization as well. You guys can totally choose what your character looks like in addition to your weapons. But what I've found most interesting is in those supply drops, your weapons are going to be a little bit different. So it might increase your accuracy or increase your range or even your damage, but it also seems to have equal ticks down in other areas.
Yeah, they kind of balance it out. So in these supply drops, you're not going to get just a super OP weapon that's going to be better than everyone else's. You're actually going to get something like maybe it'll be higher fire rate and lower damage, so that kind of balances that out, the output that you're giving. But they come with special camos on them, and you know, those situations where maybe you're going to play a smaller map, and one of those higher fire rate weapons that you do get would be better for that kind of map. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to.
Well, speaking of maps, let's take a look at our initial 4 maps that have been announced so far for Advanced Warfare. We got Biolab. This is a look at Ascension. There's Defender, and then we have Ascend as well. So Riot, Biolab, Ascend, and Defender, excuse me. Out of these 4, which one was your favorite?
It's so hard to say because I actually really liked all of them. Legitimately enjoyed every single map, but I'd have to say my favorite to play was this one you've seen on the screen, Uplink on Defender. They did have certain game modes specific to each map that we could play. I would have loved to play the other game modes on this map, but this one was the most unique. Obviously, you see the tsunami coming in there, and you have all different types of elements like that, and they had cool drawings all over the map. It's just a really good map. I'm looking forward to it. But this map too, I think it's Biolab.
Yeah.
This one was really fun to play. It has that classic Call of Duty like 3-lane stat kind of layout on it, so I really enjoyed that.
Nice use of hover there, as you guys can see with the Exo ability. Riot was one of my favorites, and over the course of the week, I don't know if you guys caught the live streams, but Biolab Gataga was going off on that map. Find the VOD, it's up on YouTube from what I saw, but Riot, one of my personal favorites, and probably because this was, you know, one of the first maps we got a chance to play and see. Just the ability to go up and down, multi-layers with the verticality of that map, very exciting, especially for a game mode like Hardpoint. But here you're taking a peek at Ascend now, and this map, instantly the word CTF came to mind when I saw it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I swear they designed this map especially for CTF. The lanes that you can have to go back and forth on the map are insane. That bridge in the middle that you can see, absolutely insane. That map is really good as well.
Right.
I enjoyed all 4 of the maps, so
But
it's hard to pick.
Defender #1, and do you think that was because you were playing Uplink for the first time?
It might have been. I really liked Uplink a lot. I thought it was the most fun game mode there. It was the most entertaining to play, but obviously like the classics like Hardpoint, I love Hardpoint, so it was just a really good experience to get to play.
So talking esports and the game modes, they announced that we're definitely going to have Hardpoint back.
Yep.
We're going to have Capture the Flag back. Uplink, do you think it can be competitive in a 4v4 setting?
I think it could be. A lot of people were coming into question, you know, what happens if, you know, let's say you're up by 4 points and you just hog the ball in your spawn or you just camp around the ball. But I'd argue that you can kind of do that in CTF as well. So it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. The game plays so fast that I could see it being really difficult to camp something, especially even if you do it collectively. The game plays so fast and you can really get the upper hand on people pretty easily if you do it correctly. So I think it should at least be tried out by the pros when the game comes out, and they should give it a shot, a real shot, and see, you know, if it could work, because adding more game modes for these pros to be good at, that'd be awesome.
Here's a look at Uplink, guys. If you missed Gamescom, it's basically a satellite ball that you try and take to the enemy portal, and you can see you can get 1 point by tossing it just like that, or if you jump it in, it's going to be a 2-point play. Most importantly, though, you see right there, you can throw it or pass it to your teammates or enemies. Whoever catches that ball, they drop their gun for the moment. So basically, throw it in their hands, pick up the easy kill, grab the satellite, and keep moving for the score.
Yeah, I think there's a whole new layer of strategy that people haven't even considered for that game mode. It hasn't even been able to get dived into yet. Just the strategy that's going to happen in that game mode is going to be awesome. That's why I think it'll do good for competitive.
I'm really excited. I'm so excited, actually, for Advanced Warfare, because honestly, for the first time, I feel like we're going to have trouble narrowing down our game types. We've always picked kind of 11 game types in the past. You know, going into a best of 11 series, that was one of the original reasons for that. And we picked 3 game modes to try and change on and off. I'm going to be pushing for multiple game modes. I want to see as many as are competitively viable.
I think even, I mean, I know a lot of people weren't huge fans of Domination and Ghost, but you could have Domination, Uplink, Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, and Hardpoint. That would be 5 game modes. That'd be insane. But even to have 4 game modes, it'd be interesting to see how that would work out in like a best of 7, how they would order them.
Right.
But I mean, it could be done. It could definitely be done. And like I said, having these pro teams learn more than 1 game or more than 3 game modes and mastering those different maps would be awesome.
Yeah, and I think it would also bring a lot of variety to the playlist. So we'll see if that ever comes out and what will be done on the esports side. Still a lot of time. The game hasn't even dropped yet. But once again, guys, you can pre-order it right now. And if you do so, you'll get double XP all day long on day 0 as you're able to pick up the game a day early. So there's a few last things to talk about real quick here. Big one is the classes. We talked about how the Exo abilities come into your gameplay, but let's take a look at the Pick 13 system. The Black Ops 2 Pick 10 system worked on a little bit more, adding 3 new things here, and one of them is score streaks. Now you're able to pick from score streaks and even upgrade your score streaks within the Pick 13.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. So it took Black Ops 2 pick 10 system and just made it even better, which I didn't think it could do. So adding score streaks to each class, obviously that makes it so you can hone in whatever score streaks you want for that class, which is amazing. You don't have to switch it all the time. And then, if you want to, you can upgrade your score streaks. Obviously, it costs points, so that's going to cost you more points to actually in the game. If you upgrade your UAV, usually you'd have to get 4 kills. Now you're going to maybe have to get 6 to get that upgraded version, which is awesome. Or you could decide to roll no score streaks, and you could allocate those points that you have somewhere else on your class and make it a little bit better in that. Or you could just rock UAV. It's actually opens up the doors to so many possibilities. You can play it however you want to play it, however you decide. That's how you can play with the new Pick 13 system.
I love it. And, in Ghost, unfortunately, we saw a lot of issues with the score streaks, and the pro players especially did not want to play with score streaks in Ghost. I'm looking at the early Advanced Warfare just from what we've seen in the gameplay this week on Gamescom streams, and I'm thinking score streaks are definitely going to be viable. I hope that we're able to pick out ones that everyone agrees on, and we'll see the return of them, because just even going back to Black Ops 2 and doing the commentary yesterday, it's so fun just to watch a player and see
definitely.
will they be able to unlock those. And
It adds so much to the game. It adds a whole different meta to the game of you like deciding, okay, am I going to run this perk in case this guy gets this? Or when someone gets a score streak in a Black Ops 2 League play or competitive match, you would have to switch your class. You'd have to change up your game because they accomplished that. So I think adding things like that into the game, especially if you're competitive, could be good. Obviously, you're going to have to pick and choose certain score streaks. So you can't have like rocket turrets in competitive, but I could definitely see, a few of those, especially that Vulcan that shoots fire lasers from the amazing.
Fire lasers.
It's amazing.
New weapons, guys. The EMP1, definitely take a look at that. Excuse me, the EM1 and the EMP2, I believe they're called. New energy weapons that don't require clips. So check those out. Once again, game coming out soon. You guys can get your Day 0 edition. Play the game a day early with double XP for 24 hours. 2 special bonus weapons in your advanced arsenal, including the Bullet Brass Exoskeleton and Quantum EM1. Midnite, thank you so much for coming on here. On the other side of the commercial break, we're going to have a top 5 for Advanced Warfare, the top 5 things we're most excited about. Any final words here? I know you're streaming on MLG.tv. We should give you some plugs.
Yep, MLG.tv/midnight. That's where I stream 5 days a week. Obviously, I'm traveling. I'm here, so I'm traveling. I'm not going to be streaming, but next week I'm starting back streaming. My YouTube, if you just search Optic Midnite on YouTube, I'll be the first thing that comes up. And then follow my Twitter, maybe, because I tweet things sometimes.
Yeah.
At Optic Midnite. Give me a follow, guys. Yeah, he follows me, and I follow him, so we're basically best friends.
And we'll see you on the other side of this commercial break. Thanks for watching the ESR.
Thanks for having me on. It's awesome.